Hello everyone, Rambles here. Welcome back to Guild Wars Reforged. Thank you guys very much for clicking on the video and joining me here today. Hope everybody is doing fantastic. We are going to continue our adventures in pre-searing Ascalon today. Going to do as much as we can in the pre-searing phase. You guys haven't spoiled anything for me, which I appreciate, but I was definitely apparently right to assume that once we take our main quest and kind of push the story forward, this pre-searing area, all this is going to, it's either going to change or we're not going to be here anymore. I'm not sure, but I've gotten the idea that I want to do as much as I can here before I push that forward. So yeah, today we're going to start by hunting some spiders. We're trying to find somebody's lost basket. And it's in a woods full of spiders, which is going to be grotesque. Alright, looks like it's directly south of us here. You guys have been giving me lots of good tips in the comments, lots of good info, and I really appreciate it. I've realized tab targeting works just fine. And also attacking can be done with the spacebar. That's right, when space does not jump, it's freed up to do other things. And in this case, you can press space to target. So I can tab, I can space, and look how easy that is. Very nice. I wonder how many spiders picking that up just triggered. At least one more. No, we got two of them pelting us from behind. And auto attack is not going off. I wonder why. Oh no! We're carrying the basket? We gotta drop this item. Oh my god. Okay, so we were carrying a basket. And you can't attack when you're carrying stuff, obviously. It makes perfect sense. Just not really what I was expecting. I was obviously expecting to pick that up and have it go into our inventory. That was not what happened. Inventory's full. Excellent. Let's pick up what we can that will stack. Let's pick up the gold. And I guess we have to carry this all the way back. And if we have to fight, we can drop it. It's definitely how I run with baskets too. I think we got it turned in. Oh, you know what? Our inventory's full. Yeah, okay. Can we deconstruct anything? No, because our inventory's full. Alright, let's drop the belts. I want to see if we can deconstruct like a normal weapon. We can. That's going to give us crafting stuff. One of you guys mentioned that our characters can't do professions in this game, but there are crafters that we go to, and they will do the crafting for us. That was not what I wanted to do. You guys just definitely watched me accidentally destroy the weapon I had equipped. And I equipped a water wand on accident and threw out my axe. That's a bummer. I was liking that axe a lot, actually. I clearly have to be more careful with what I'm doing in my inventory. Because, yeah, we just straight up dragged that out to the trash bin. So yeah, there we go. We're back to this two-handed mace, which is going to be interesting. Oh wait, what did she give us? Oh, here we go. She gave us an axe, thankfully. Yeah, battle axe of enchanting. Oh, that's really fortuitous. Alright, before we throw any other weapons on the ground, what do we want to do? We have a couple of quests across the wall. I want to check out if we can go investigate the levers. Warriors Challenge, we definitely want to do. I kind of wonder if maybe in towns like this there might be some more quests, so I'm going to run back in here and give one more look around before we teleport out. And we also might adjust some of our skill points too while we're here. I keep forgetting to take a look at our skill points and try to optimize some of them. Doesn't really seem like there's much else going on here. Let's go to a merchant so we can vendor all of our stuff. Do we have anything we really want to sell, though? The gauntlets we should just get rid of. I feel like some of the stuff I might want to hang on to. I'd like to find these crafters that people are talking about. For now, let's go ahead and we will see if we can reallocate some things here. Oh, look at that. We can't go any more into these anyway. Strength is capped out for now, Axe Mastery is capped out for now, and Smiting Prayers are capped out. So, I guess we would just go into Tactics at that point. That's really all I can think to do. Alright. Let's go back to the city. And then I think from here, we will probably check out the wall. Alright, so from what I understand, there's 2 different levers. Now, the intention of having a partner here is that you each pull a lever at the same time. But I was told there was a delay between the levers. Like, we could pull one, and then we had 20 seconds to go pull another one. So I guess the trick would be knowing where they are both at. Now, this one is obvious. And obviously, one cannot just jump down. Alright. You know what? There might not be 2 levers. I feel like that just opened the gate. The only question is, how long do we have to get down there? Like, getting stuck on terrain and aggroing mobs is not gonna work, right? Yeah. It's already closed up. We might need a partner to pop the gate for us, which is gonna be sad. Because I don't know if I really want to go spam chat for it. We could do it. If I understood what parts of terrain I could walk over and what parts of terrain you cannot walk over, we could easily do it. But the terrain is incredibly unforgiving. Like, you know, the invisible walls are real, and they're not always obvious, and they're not forgiving at all. So let's try a couple more times to see if we can sneak in there. It seems like we do have exactly 20 seconds. I hope we're stuck here forever now. Oh, look at that. Oh, thank God. Okay, so the second gate you can just walk right through. All right, very cool. So now we're in the Northlands. Now, priority number 1 is going to be maybe finding a teleport place here so we don't have to do that again. But yeah. Another very pretty looking area. We have some new enemies. Oak Hearts, level 5. That's going to be interesting. Lots of castle ruins here and things like that. I'm sure we could have done some more stuff back in the main area before coming here, but we're committed now. And now, oh, I think we got aggro. Somebody told me if enemies are in the circle on your map, you have aggro, and these guys definitely got into the circle. And we definitely got aggro. Alright, they're going down easily enough. Not taking too much of our HP. Very cool looking enemies. Alright, I think I see a town up ahead, so the question is going to be how to navigate to it. The chest is already open. Oh, that's a little bit weird. That might be the first hidden stash that I've come upon that said that it was already open. We have a town area here, but we have no swirlies, so we have nowhere we can zone in. This is obviously not... It's not going to be a town hub or anything like that. It looks like it was in a battle. A lot of things here look like they've been destroyed by war. Let's just continue on to our objective and see where that finds us. If we can even find a way to do that from here. Which, with the map constrictions and navigation constrictions, we might not. That unnatural seed we just picked up. There's a vendor back in that outpost we were just at, and he wants those. And the Grawl necklaces, I think that was a lady right down here. Maybe somewhere down here that wanted the Grawl necklace. Right before we zoned in, I think. She wanted something from the Grawl, and there weren't any Grawl nearby. I remember that. Hello, am I glad to see you? I'm not sure how much longer I'd have lasted out here. Oh. Oh, we gotta get him back to the gate. Okay. I didn't realize we were coming out this way necessarily to do an escort quest. And yeah, I have no idea where there might be a town or settlement here. Well, let's go do the escort part, and then we'll have to determine what we want to do next. Because ideally, we would find a teleport point out here so I don't have to do the door puzzle again. It's not a puzzle, the door race. I think it's really interesting to physically represent the aggro radius of your character on the minimap. I think that's a really cool idea. And I guess some of the enemies in the beginning just don't have social aggro, obviously because like it's the first enemies that you encounter, so they just didn't give them social aggro. Alright, I think we got this guy where he needs to be. There we go. Now, since we did that, I should just be able to teleport here whenever I want. Since we escorted the guy, they should just let me walk through the gate. But that's not the case. They didn't just let us walk through the gate, unfortunately. I don't know if I want to go back into that area yet, or if maybe we want to do something like this first. Because that almost seems like a whole nother area. Yeah, let's do this. I love some of the outfits people are wearing. I wonder where we get some of these cool outfits. Now for this quest, we needed a mace. Because we have to interrupt. At least it told us we'd want to interrupt. It might just be like we can either interrupt him, maybe we can just DPS through it and take the damage hits. But we'll start with the mace and try to do it how we were advised. Alright, there he is, Agnar the Foot. Oh, we could take this guy. Not a problem. Vial of white dye. Oh, that's cool. Alright, we probably didn't even need the mace for that. We'll go back to the axe. You defeated Agnar then. Well, well, not bad for a beginner. You can keep the hammer for certain, and I expect I won't hear much about Agnar anymore around here. I do, however, expect to hear much more about you. It is a tough world out there for warriors to conquer. Alright, we really need a merchant. Alright, so what do we want to do next? I kind of want to check out this swirly up here. I'm not sure if we have investigated that swirly. I don't believe that we have. So let's see if we can find a way to get to it. It might be another catacomb entrance. I feel like the catacombs maybe like reach underneath all of everything here. What is this? What is this green marker on my map, I wonder? We're gonna have to... Is that maybe a quest turn in? I don't have any quest in my log necessarily to turn in. Maybe it's a quest to pick up. Yeah, see, this takes us into the catacombs. Let's poke our heads in real quick and just see what part this takes us into. Yeah, see, the catacombs must... Oh, what is that? Like, I wonder what that is. Return to Ascalon City for... Oh, maybe it's just tracking this quest. I think that's all it's doing. We got a collector here. Surrounded by gargoyles, obviously. Five gargoyle skulls. Okay, let's farm these up. What is she giving us? Those are boots. I mean, there's gargoyles here. Let's fight them and see if they drop any skulls, shall we? And there's one. I wonder if it would be easier just to zone out and zone back in and kind of farm the initial guys that are here. I'm assuming if we zone out and zone back in, they'd respawn. But let's continue. If we don't find any more gargoyles, then we'll have to do that and see if it works. How many of these do we have? We have 3 of them. I'm pretty sure she said 5. I don't feel like we're going to find any gargoyles in other areas here. This is looking like areas we're familiar with. And there were not gargoyles there. It's other kinds of undead. Oh, there's still gargoyles. Okay, let's keep going. Nice, that is level 7. And is that 4 or 5? It's 4. We're looking for one more. This guy's a little bit beefier than his little counterparts. This is a Shatter Gargoyle. Shatter Gargoyles seem to have a little bit more HP. He's not hidden harder. Inventory is full. Well, we gotta figure out how to get some bags pretty soon. And that was the last of our salvage kits. Not great. Gonna have to buy more of those. And it also seems to be the end of this little area. Which means we're probably gonna have to zone out and zone back in to see if we can get that last gargoyle skull that we need. Yeah, I don't see any other way, unless there's like a turnoff we can do maybe over here up to our left. That could be a possibility to explore a little bit more in this direction. Possibly, maybe? Yes. Okay, yeah, we can go this way for a minute and see what's down here. One of these guys will have a skull. Eventually, someday. We found a statue of Grenth. That's our last skull. I'm gonna go investigate this statue. Since we've come all the way, we might as well check it out. And the great thing is, things don't respawn in this game. So we don't have to worry about having to fight our way out. Of course, now we're gonna get a ton of gargoyle skulls now that we've reached our 5 that we need. We're getting attacked by a lot of them. That's okay, because they're pretty weak. We are going to get a heal in here after we down this one. Luckily, there doesn't seem to be any spell pushback on us. We can heal, and they can be attacking us, and we don't get pushback on the heal. Which is really nice when you have a bunch of guys attacking you. So they were protecting this statue, which is like a bunch of people in a pit reaching up at this idol of something to save them from being boiled alive, which is what it looks like. I don't really know. Let's see. Came then Desmina, scorned and exiled by her people, and in her misery and wretchedness did Desmina curse the gods for abandoning all who, like her, admired power and ambition. And asketh she, where is the god to whom I may give my undying devotion? Where is the god to whom I may beg revenge against those who scorn me? And rumbled then the earth from far below, and with a terrible groan split open. Grew then the ground white with frost and ice, and from the frozen earth spilled the rotted skeletal minions of Grenth. Then did appear the god, and with bony hands outstretched welcomed the girl into his fold. Saith he, I am your god, follow where I lead, come whence I call, and the rotted corpses of the dead will be yours to control. And swearing allegiance in life and beyond, did Decima thence become the god's first follower. So these gods are kind of telling us where the powers for the different classes come from. And I like that. I like there being a system or a lore or a combination of system and lore behind where people draw their power from. And so to me, like, finding these lore artifacts is definitely worth it. Alright, that being said, we have gotten all of our skulls. Let's skedaddle. We can explore some more, you know, there's probably more to find here. But for now, I think we're going to peel out. Where did you come from? Yeah, mainly we have with a full inventory, it's hard to decide to completely delve these places. Maybe once we have more bag space, we can spend more time in catacombs like this. All right. Our inventory is full. We know that. We know. There we go. All right, very cool. Those actually look cool. That's the second piece of gear we've been able to purchase. We have the Cretan gauntlets and the Cretan boots. Kirtan? Maybe Kirtan is better pronunciation than Cretan. We'll go with Kirtan. Really would like to get the chest in the pants. The unidentified seeds. Now see, I don't think we need these anymore. I'm going to toss the rest of these for inventory management's sake. Unnatural seeds. We need these, and we were getting them north of the wall. From the oak carts there. So, without really anything else to do, I might go back and do that. I might farm those up. I think we need 3, but I'd probably just farm up 5 just in case. So I don't think we can explore much more in this area here. I think we're kind of at map edge. You know what I mean? Like, I think this is map edge. We have a big area down here to still explore, which I'd like to do. This lady wants Grawl something. Something from the Grawl. And so maybe if we get a bunch of Grawl necklaces, we can see if that's what she wanted. We can head back that way. But I think maybe I'm going to go back north of the wall. And I think it might be easier just to do that. And we should probably hit up a vendor. Oh, we have a quest over here that I either never saw or that popped up recently. From Namar. He looks really interesting and like completely different than anybody we've seen so far. Alas, I am behind on my rent, and my landlord Gelson has run out of patience with me. I fear I will be put out of my home. I'll understand if you'd rather not help a Kirtan. Our nations were at war a long time, but I'm not your enemy, and I could really use some assistance. My friend Miller Upton lives to the southwest. I know he'll help me if I can get a message to him. If you're going that way, could you tell him of my plight? Okay, so his race is Kirtan. And apparently we were at war with him for a long time. We'll take that. It's not going to alter my immediate plans. Somebody mentioned in a comment that before I leave here, I want to get the girl's small cape. This becomes a quest item, or maybe opens up quest after the searing of Ascalon. I'm going to buy some salvage kits. So the identification kits have 25 uses. I didn't notice the salvage kits only have 10. That's why we ran out. Alright. Let's head back to the wall, shall we? I definitely need to get a notebook because I need to be tracking exactly what these vendors want. So like I said, I'm pretty sure this lady down there wants Grawl necklaces, but it could be Grawl anything. I'm only assuming it's necklaces because I started picking up some necklaces, but I'm going to have to start keeping track. of some of these things. They're not quests, right? They're vendors. The vendors want items from mobs. And then you go get the items. I think that's really cool. I am really enjoying this game, guys. Like, everything about it, how it's structured, even like the parts of it where they don't really tell you what to do or what's going on, and we kind of have to figure things out. It's just been a real joy. And I hope you guys are digging the playthrough. And while we're out here, I'm probably going to try to find, like, I don't know if we're going to find a town out here or not, but we're going to look around and see. So that's 3. That's the other thing, is I need to write down how many they want. I think they wanted 3, but I'm going to farm up a couple more. Just in case it's 5, I'd hate to be short and have to come all the way back, you know? I think that guy's trying to attack us. I just don't know if we have a way up to him. This is definitely not the way. But there is an entire, like, area up there. I wonder if we have to go around to the north to get up there. And let's go this way for now. What's going on with these guys? Oh, these are char. Oh, there's a lot of them. This looks like a good way to get ourselves killed. Yeah, I'm not going to go after those char. It just seems like a bad idea. I do kind of want to investigate this. I just don't want to aggro them. Ooh, it's going to be close. Yeah, we got pretty close. There's nothing in here. All right, we got Grawl, we got Char. I'd love to intercept these Grawl, because we need items from them too. They're level 3, we can definitely take them. He says. We're so lucky there's no healing knockback on our spell. This guy, for whatever reason, this guy's got a crap ton of HP. Oh, they all have that much HP. That's interesting. They're only level 3. But boy, are they buff. Yeah, that was a fairly tough fight. compared to a lot of our other recent fights. I really love the sense of exploration in these zones. You know, having only limited objectives, but knowing there are other quests, other things to find out here, and also being completely unfamiliar with the game. It's felt really good, just that sense of discovering new things, always seeing something new or unexpected. It's been a real joy. We have an open gate here. Oh, this looks like it leads right back into Ascalon City. It's got to be barred closed, I'm assuming. Oh, we can't get in here. It'd be nice if once you found this, it would be like a way into the city. Like once you discovered it from the other side. Not really sure how much more we're going to discover this way, but I'm going to try to kind of push out in this direction and see what else there is. I think we still need one more seed still. Oh, there we go. Alright, we've met our objective. We can leave here whenever, but I want to explore a little bit more. Just open up parts of the map, make sure we're not missing any teleportation hubs out here or anything like that. I know in the past I've gotten really close to, like, teleportation points and just not gone to them. That's probably frustrating for some of you guys. I don't think we're going to find anything else this way, but let's clear it. A vial of yellow dye. Very cool. The fact that this game had the ability to dye your armor back when it came out, and still to this very day, World of Warcraft has no way to dye your armor, is it's kind of something to think about, right? But then again, if you give people the ability to dye their armor, you can't create content that forces them to chase reskin colors. So maybe that's why they never bothered with it. Alright, so nothing down in this corner. We can follow this little wall up a ways and see if there's anything else up this way. But I'm kind of getting the idea that there might not be any outpost out here for humanity because of all of the char. Like, yeah, we can't go this way. I don't want to tick them off. I think we're good here for now. I really don't think we're going to find any human civilization out here. Let's go to Fort Relic. I think this is where the guy was with the seeds. This Hatcher Collector, right? Let's see if my memory serves me here at all. Or if I'm just like way off base. Aha! Nice. It was 5. And that's the chess piece, which I've been very excited to get. Because now we look different! Oh, that's cool looking. Wow, I love how the armor in this game actually looks like armor. And it doesn't just look like something that's like skinned over my character. Although, you know, that's obviously like a very tight chainmail. It looks like chainmail, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, we're looking good. We need to find the pants. I feel like it was this lady that had it with the... We need to find some grawl. We need to find somewhere we can farm a bunch of grawl. And we need to check on... What is this here? We gotta go... I'm gonna go find out what this is. We've been seeing some of these markers, and I'm just not 100% sure what they're indicating. They seem to kind of come and go. It's probably something really obvious that I've simply missed. But since there's one right outside the town here, I'm just gonna go see what it is. Seems like maybe something we just didn't turn in. Unless it's this, maybe it's this one right here. maybe they're trying to get us back on track for this quest. Maybe that's all that it is. Yeah, I think it's just trying to lead us. Yeah. It's just trying to lead us back to this quest. See, now it's put like, go here. Okay, I see. When we need to zone to turn in an objective, it'll lead us to the zone point, like one zone at a time, right? All right, guys, I'm going to take a break right here for today. It's hard to explain how much fun I'm having with this one. I really hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough, because I would love to play like hundreds more hours of Guild Wars. I want to do all the campaigns. I want to see all the story content, because exploring this world and getting immersed has been so enjoyable for me. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate all the comments, all the tips and advice. Thank you so much. As always, take care of yourselves out in the real world and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.